What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another late live stream. It's almost midnight Eastern time. We went till about, what was it, 2:30 or 3 a.m. last night, which was crazy, which was craziness. But I am back again. We'll go for maybe an hour. I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. We'll see how it goes. But it's Thursday, the week of the highly anticipated bantamweight main event. Song Yadong versus Ricky Simone. That was a little bit of sarcasm there, in case you're watching this. And yeah, I don't know, but we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Nate Diaz turned himself in today. We can talk more about Robert Whittaker versus Dricus Du Plessis. And we can talk about UFC 288, which is coming up. I should be doing my grading UFC 288 video tomorrow. I wanted to do it today. I just ran out of time. So hopefully that'll be out tomorrow. If you haven't checked out my Song Yadong video yet, do me a favor and check it out. Let's see. Let me see something else real quick. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Throw some questions in the chat on these streams. On these streams, I talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Like the stream if you could. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you. It is, how the hell is it April 27th of 2023? Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. We're stuck in a time vortex. Time is going by too fast. Yeah. But anyway, what's up, Blaze One? Last time it was this early, my girlfriend left me. Okay. What's up, Andy? What's going on, Andy? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Your Ravens re-signed Lamar and drafted Zay Flowers. 100. That's craziness. I know there was a lot of back and forth with the Lamar Jackson stuff, but sounds like they got a deal done. Joey, have you heard the news about Bellator's for sale? Yeah, I've heard like rumors here and there that Bellator's been for sale for a long while, but not like there hasn't been a lot of like super interested buyers. But we'll see what happens. I think Bellator needs some new leadership. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Bellator, half the time I don't feel like they're raising that shit correctly. I don't feel like they're running that shit correctly. Let me put it that way. I said that wrong. But yeah. I don't know. Okay. Scott Coker's all... Yeah, I don't know how Scott Coker's the head of an organization. Like, I'd literally rather do anything to listen to Scott Coker talk. Like, I'm being dead serious. I don't get it. Look, apparently I just seen this get shared on Twitter. According to their recent filings, ONE's losses in 2021 are in the triple digits at 111 million. With that enormous number, ONE has a total accumulated losses of 383 million as of December 31st, 2021. Dude, ONE's burning cash fast. Bellator's burning cash fast. PFL's burning cash fast. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with ONE. ONE strikes me as the type of company, and I want you guys to remember this in case it ever happens. You know, I want you to remember that I said it. ONE strikes me as the type of company that randomly folds, and the day it happens, all the fighters are like, I had no idea. You know, they showed up to work and the doors were locked and there was a sign on the door. We are no longer open for business. That's what strikes me as ONE championship will happen with ONE championship. I hope it doesn't happen, but that's what strikes me. What if the UFC buys Bellator, Usman Nurmagomedov versus Islam? No. Won't happen. I don't know what they would do, but you're not even guaranteed to get all, the champions of Bellator aren't guaranteed to get a title shot in the UFC. At least that's the way it was when they absorbed Strikeforce. So So, um, time is going by fast, yet some champs fight once a year. Yeah, I guess it's going by fast for them too. Favorite NFL team, the Ravens. The UFC's in debt too, of course. 72-hour stream, Joey? No, absolutely not. Honestly, you should know more than anyone. This Nate Diaz video is pretty bad. If it's real, is Paul versus Diaz canceled? Nah, they'll use it to promote it. They won't cancel it unless he goes to jail, which I doubt it will happen. Mike Perry going to bust up Luke Rockhold. I don't know, and I couldn't care. I couldn't possibly care any less. Yeah, I couldn't possibly care any less. It doesn't interest me. It doesn't interest me at all. Mike Perry and Luke Rockhold are bums who are basically being paid to street fight in a ring, in a way. So yeah, I don't care. I'm not gonna watch it, and I don't care for it, and it just doesn't interest me at all. I'd literally rather do pretty much anything else than watch BKFC Mike Perry versus Luke Rockhold. But some people will enjoy it. Some people enjoy mindless entertainment. For me, it's about the skill level. I want to see the best versus the best. That's what I enjoy. Not a couple bums who took ridiculous amount of brain damage in the UFC and then washed out of the UFC and were never even good in the UFC. And now they're fighting in boxing, bare knuckle boxing in some weird organization that's probably going to close up shop in like a year or two itself. So it doesn't interest me, but I'm glad you guys are going to enjoy it. I mean, I'm not mad it's happening or anything. I just doesn't interest me at all. It's like, hey, there's a new episode of, whatever, insert the name of whatever soap opera you could say. I'm just so indifferent to it. I wish I could fully convey how little I care about it. But I guess the best way to do that is to move on. So I hope you enjoy it. One is suffering because it does not show in the Western Hemisphere or in the Middle East. They're based in Singapore and other Southeastern countries. Still have travel restrictions. I have no idea. I can't even pretend like I understand the nuances of one championship's business model. Why would Diaz turn himself in? That's why he ain't a BMF. Masvidal went to the club after clocking Colby. I guess Nate Diaz is a bitch. He turned himself in like an absolute bitch. So, yeah, exactly. He's not a real gangster. I'm just joking around, like, but I get your point. But Joey gets pumped for Bellator. I don't get pumped for Bellator. Very rarely am I super excited for a Bellator card. Praise God, baby. MMA Joey's live. I'm just imagining one of you guys right now, you got the notification I went live, and you were like, I wish everyone in this arena, everyone in this house could feel this level of happiness at least once in their life. That's what I'm imagining you guys saying when you see the notification. When you see the notification I went live, I wish everyone could feel this level of happiness just for one time in their life. Babe, wake up, MMA Joey streaming. The consequences would have been worse if he didn't turn himself in, I think. Now, I don't think it works like that. But it would have been a really bad look, and he would have been on the run. They'd had to search him down. Joey, your prediction to UFC August, September, October, November, December main event? I have no clue. November. I right now I can't. Ask me tomorrow when I'm less tired, but I'm wondering if August will be Yuri versus Jamal Hill. I'm wondering if, even though Conor's not back in the pool, they're going to give him an exemption, and you might see Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler in September, Islam versus whoever in October, November John Jones versus whoever, and somewhere sandwiched in there, or maybe in December, Israel Adesanya versus Hamzat, or maybe earlier. They wouldn't have won it. They would have went and arrested him the charges wouldn't have worsened. Yeah, that's just a ploy the police use. Like, make it easier on yourself. Confess to the murder. You ever notice that? That's a common ploy. You ever watch like an interrogation? They're like, look, I can't help you if you don't come clean with me. If you don't come clean with me, I can't help you. You're gonna be in deep trouble. Like, dude, you fucking murdered someone. Shut your mouth. Otherwise, you're just confessing to a murder. And then it's hilarious because if you ever watch those interrogations, as soon as they confess and they get all the details, they're like, all right, I'm out of here. They're like, wait a second, you promised me help. But that's basically what it is. Yeah, they're like, oh, turn yourself in. Yeah, they can't charge you with extra crimes. What do you think is next to Usman? Think he moves for 185? Nah, I think he's waiting. I think he's going to wait to see what happens. Because if Colby gets a title shot and he wins, then boom, Usman's right back in the fray. Why did Hermanson withdraw? No idea. No idea. Joey, any tips on easing my anxiety having my semi-fight debut in Muay Thai in Thailand? In Thailand. What is that from in Thailand? Somebody called it Thailand. I can't remember where that was from. I saw that one time. Thailand. I don't know. Picture your opponent in their underwear. That's what I think you need to do. Just picture them in their underwear. Train hard. And go out there and whoop their ass. So that's what I think you should do. He would eventually get caught and arrested, so he might as well turn himself in. Exactly. Because then he just gets bail and blah, blah, blah. If he doesn't turn himself in, he tries to go on a run. When he actually does get arrested, he might not get bail. If you don't turn yourself in, come clean, you lose yourself in the narrative of truth. If you completely deny everything, they'll pin something else, usually worse, on you. Who do you got in the Nico Robbie fight? Personally, I'm Team Ruthless all the way till the end. I don't know, man. Nico looked washed up in his last fight. Robbie looked washed up in his last fight, but I'm going to go Robbie. But I'm biased towards Robbie, so that might be a biased pick. Walt Harris back after 2 years. Does he get KO'd like Ponzi? Who's he fighting again? I've forgotten. I don't feel like looking it up. Who do you think is the most overrated current UFC fighter? That is a great question. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Patty's overrated. Nobody thinks Patty's good. So my definition of overrated is different because I don't think anyone actually thinks. I have not heard one person say Patty's elite ever. I'll say Alex Pereira. I'll say Alex Pereira, most overrated fighter in the UFC. Dude's one-dimensional. Has beat one good opponent in a fight that he was losing the majority of, and people act like he's a god. Let me know what you think about that in the chat. I did a whole video on it, but yeah, I think Alex Pereira is like one of the most overrated fighters of all time. And I like Alex Pereira, don't get me wrong. Is Aljo underrated skill-wise? For sure. Joe, who do you think wins the best fight of the year this year? Islam, Jones, Edwards? I don't know. I don't know if it'll be either one of any of those. It's hard to say. If Izzy can fight at least one more time, it could be Izzy. If Jones were to beat up like Sergey Pavlovich, it could be Jones. If Edwards beats up Colby, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. They've all done pretty good, all depending. Has Chimaev fallen off the face of the earth? Yeah, I think he got too close to the edge. Bryce Mitchell tried to tell him, but he didn't realize it was flat, and he fell off the face of the earth. It's Josh Parisian. Okay. Robbie versus Nico 3 years ago would have been legalized murder. In the side of Robbie, right? Robbie would have murked Nico, right? I turned 16 in 4 minutes. Congratulations. Happy birthday. 2 minutes now. Robbie's tarnishing his legacy. Yeah, I don't know. Hill would brutally sleep Pereira. Agreed. Sup, Big Sexy. Any thoughts on UFC 289? Dana tried to salvage the card. The card isn't too bad. I mean, UFC 289 isn't too bad now. The main event's dog shit. I'm going to be honest. But the card's looking pretty beautiful as it sits right now. Why is that? That doesn't even have all the fights. Tapology. Tapology is always better. Yeah, Amanda Nunes, Juliana Pena, ooh. Charles Oliveira, Benil Dariush, yay. Dan Ige, Nate Landwehr, ooh. Stephen Waterboy Thompson, Michelle Pereira, Nasruddin Imavov, Chris Curtis. Yeah, I mean, it's not the greatest pay-per-view, but they've done a decent job building around that shithole main event. Shithole main event. Imagine I just jumped on here for 15-minute streams. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? I'm going to, by the end of the year, I'm going to rearrange my background. I'm going to have like a different background, a little bit different. I'm thinking about getting rid of all this and getting like a couch here or something cool that looks nice in the background, and like a bookshelf back here-ish, and hang some stuff on the wall, maybe get like a little sign or something. Did Nate actually get arrested? Yes, he did. Meatball Molly coming back. I'm going bonkers. Stop it. Izzy has been so far has been the most impressive. Yeah. The narrative is that Alex was winning until he got caught. Sounds familiar. Yeah, and that's not even a proper narrative because he wasn't winning. He lost the first round. So, and then he got KO'd in the second. So, it's a dumb narrative. But even if that was the truth, well, guess what? I got a story to tell them about UFC 281. Chimaev is the most overrated fighter in my opinion. You ain't wrong, actually. You aren't wrong, because he's only beat Burns. Dude, Chimaev's career. Let me see. I think I did a video. Yeah, I did a video 1 year ago. Is Khamzat Chimaev overrated? And the answer was yes, and I think I got a lot of shit for it. Yeah, I think the answer was yes, and I think people complained it. Khamzat's definitely overrated for sure. He beat the GOAT GM3. You think the UFC is punishing Chimaev for messing up 279? I definitely don't think they're happy about it, but I also think it has to do with his connection to the Chechen warlord Kadyrov. I want to make a video, but it's so highly speculative. But I want to make a video like what's going on with Khamzat Chimaev. What's up, Joey? My dream is to be able to strike like Juliana Pena. Any advice on how I can get to that level? I don't know. Is there a way to purposely get cerebral palsy? Nah, that's too far. That's too far. Let me just stop right there. My advice would be to just break all your limbs and then have like a quack of a doctor like fix them up for you. And then by the time you're back able to move, you should probably strike like Juliana Pena. Oh my, her striking is so, I swear right now, if you videotape me hitting a heavy bag, it would look better than Juliana Pena. I'd bet my life on that. It's so bad. Juliana Pena is one of the few that loses in shadow boxing. So that'd be my best guess. You know, break all your limbs, have a quack doctor heal them up for you. Make sure you have plenty of arthritis, and probably get drunk as well. Maybe smoke a little crack. And I'm done. Quote, is there a way to purposely get cerebral palsy? Stop it, Joe. You're going to kill the channel before it gets to 10K. Yeah, that's too far. Yeah, I took it too far. I pushed the envelope there. I was one step away from calling somebody a cracker. Yeah, I really was tweeting out today, and people were getting pissed because I was like, I was really complaining, like, is there really people offended by that? Because there's not. There's people really clutching their pearls on Twitter. I can't believe Izzy would do this. I haven't seen him saying anything about Manel Kopp. Those same people crying. Those same people crying that Izzy called someone a cracker. Oh my God, let me clutch my pearls. I don't see him saying nothing about Manel Kopp. I don't see it. I don't see the outrage on Twitter. So these people are clowns. These people, and this works both ways. But there is just people that try to go out of their way to find anything to fucking cry about, and it's so annoying. It's like, really? Oh my God, I can't believe Izzy said the word cracker. Look, I'm telling you right now, if I'm out on the street and somebody calls me a cracker, I'm calling the police. All right, I'm calling call the police. I can't even say it with a straight face, but look. Oh, let me say it with a straight face, all right? If I'm out on the street and somebody of a different race bumps into me and then calls me a cracker, I'm calling the police, I'm calling the fire department, I'm calling Scotland Yard, and I'm calling the FBI as well. That's a straight up hate crime. I would be so offended. I would clutch my pearls immediately. I would tweet out. I would start videoing on my cell phone. And hopefully when I call the fire department, Stipe Miocic answered, and then he could roll up with one of those big fire hoses and spray them down with gallons of water per minute, a high PSI water hose. Because I would be so offended. I would literally never be the same again. It would be life-changing, I would want, there be a civil rights book written about me. Walking down the street was called a cracker. And it changed his life for the better. So, yeah. Who was Manel Kopp talking about? Apparently, Davison Figueiredo. Yeah, what did Manel Kopp say? I forgot. I know he said something. Yeah, you ain't catching me on that one, bro. He actually said something that you shouldn't be saying. He said a word that starts with an F and is a slang term for a homosexual. Or a, whatever you want to call it. You get my point. That's what Manel Kopp said. I don't see them same people clutching their pearls about that one. And that's worse, in my opinion. That's worse than saying the word cracker. Give me a fucking break. Let's throw Macy Barber in that same boat. Her striking is K1 level. I think Macy Barber has the same level of striking as Prime Uberim. Prime Uberim. Fabulous? Yeah, it was fabulous. I was offended by Paddy Pimblett talking mess from his hospital bed. He should have been on the couch at least. Yeah, it's far worse. Exactly. But those same people crying about the word cracker, I see them radio silent. That just shows their true colors. That just shows their true colors. Yeah, it's fun. What I find so hilarious, okay? I don't think anyone should ever be bringing race into anything like stuff like this. I think it's dumb on no matter who does it. Bringing up the color of someone's skin is just so stupid, right? But in the past, when people have asked me, about certain racism and MMA and this and that, and I've said, it definitely exists, and the large percentage of MMA fans are white males, so of course it's going to exist at a higher percentage towards a certain race or minorities. I've gotten so much shit for even suggesting it exists, right? You blah blah blah. I can't believe you would say such a thing. You're making up shit and blah blah. But dude, one black dude says the word cracker and everyone's all of a sudden offended. It's hilarious to me. And it's always, for me, what I find hilarious is I've been clicking on people's Twitters too. I've been seeing people offended. All the people who were offended are the trailer park whites. It's the trailer park whites that are offended. It's nobody else. It's just the trailer park whites. They're like, yeah, I'm so offended. I'm going to hitch up my trailer and I'm going to drive over to Israel Adesanya's house and I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. So, thank God Sergey won. We didn't get a blah, blah, Blades post-fight interview. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Juliana is delusional, saying just because she didn't get finished in the second fight, she deserves a rematch, even though she got 50-43. Yeah, and she also excused it. She also excused it because Amanda Nunes came out in Southpaw. I'm shaking in my boots if Prime Rockhold were facing Izzy. Dude, Prime Rockhold facing Izzy. That'd be fun. Remember when Izzy made fun of 9/11? Yeah. Yeah, that was worse. And that was corny as hell, too. I mean, the cracker shit is corny as hell, too. I'll give you that. But to act like it's so offensive is just... I've never met someone in my entire life that's offended by that word. And people pretending it's the same as the N-word are just delusional. Flat out delusional. Like, imagine if Dricus said the N-word. If you think, and we talked about this last night, and I'm honestly tired of talking about it, but it's just, I find it hilarious because I would have never seen this type of backlash come out. But if you think cracker and the N-word are even remotely in the same universe, somebody needs to call you a cracker and smack you up with a shillelagh and then put you in a Boston crab. So, yeah. Joey, I love you for being on. Hey, man, I'm going to say what I think. There may be people who love the channel who hate it now because all of a sudden I say this. Because it seems like some of these things, and I don't like talking, we mainly discuss MMA, but some of these topics are overly related to MMA in some points in time. But yeah, I'm just always going to tell you what I think. It doesn't matter to me if everyone hates it, you know? So, this guy called me a cracker in public and tears started to roll down my face. I felt so violated. Yeah, same thing happened to me. I called the police. They handled it for me. He was immediately arrested. Yeah, and they tased him as well. They tased him. They maced him. They put the handcuffs on too tough. They bumped his head when they put him in the car. And they're going to throw the book at him. So, justice was served. We know Bryce Mitchell is clutching his pearls. He's loading up his mobile home and shipping it to Auckland. Yeah, definitely. He's definitely shipping it to Auckland, dude. Bryce Mitchell's upset about it. I'm surprised he hasn't put something out. I can't believe them call me cracker. How dare he call me cracker? I'm watching Daytona 500. Dale Earnhardt. Izzy shouldn't be calling people racist terms. Is cracker really a racist term? But I get what you're saying, man. I do understand what you're saying. I don't like the color of your skin or your race being brought into anything. But also, people have to realize, and I haven't watched it all because it's not something I care about deeply, but Dricus is skirting the line. He's doing what he's doing intentionally, and then he's like clarifying it and like saying it in a certain way where it's like, okay, well, he's right, but he's doing it where he's fence sitting. He's fence sitting on a certain topic, and I can see it a mile away. I can see exactly what he's doing a mile away. Joe, you can't deny, no matter your opinion, Izzy said that word with hateful intent. What do you mean by hateful intent? I don't understand. What do you mean by hateful intent? You think he hates Dricus? I don't think he hates Dricus. I don't know, man. I've never met anyone that's got upset by the word cracker except a bunch of trailer park white people on Twitter, I guess. So I don't know. Derek, thank you for the $10 dono. I appreciate you. I know you prefer to discuss only MMA, but I enjoy watching you discuss these other topics like Nate Diaz thing, the Izzy Dricus Du Plessis thing. Keeping it real, plant my garden. Hey, man, if it's related to MMA, I'm talking about it. I mean, I talk about, we get off topic a little bit here and there, but it is what it is. These are all related. I'm telling you right now, I'm never buying another Izzy pay-per-view again. I can't believe he called Dricus a cracker. You know, matter of fact, I'm never even watching anything to do with Izzy ever again. I'm not watching any pre-fights. I'm not watching. Oh wait, I don't already watch them. So yeah. So I'm thinking if I go to the strip club down. But thank you, Derek, for the $10 dono. I appreciate you. Thank you again. Let me go back up. Because I end up, yeah, okay, Bryce Mitchell, ha ha ha, Dale Earnhardt Jr., okay. Joey, who's your MMA lookalike? I don't know. Alistair Overeem in his prime Ubereem state. Dale Earnhardt coming down track, left-hand turn, Daytona 500, Tony Stewart. Rip Dale Earnhardt. Who's enjoyed the couple Dale Earnhardt references I've thrown into recent videos? Who's enjoyed those? Because I've been throwing recent Dale. I even put a picture of Dale Earnhardt in one of my videos. So, Joey, I got called a cracker. I crumbled inside, didn't come out of my room for 5 days, had an eating disorder, and became a flat earther. Yeah, that's what I did too. You know, when I last time I got called a cracker, I slammed my trailer park door and then I watched the Daytona 500 for the last 5 years. I just watched reruns of the Daytona 500. Um, yeah, and I even went back and watched the one that fateful day with Dale Earnhardt's crash. That's what I did. Then I chewed my tobacco and fired up my grill and watched a flat Earth documentary and just wallowed in my sorrows. Just wallowed in my sorrows. So, watch Rogan come out to defend. Defend what? I love Izzy. Don't hate it. Just isn't right. The thing is, look, I don't think bringing up skin color is worth anything. I think it's worthless in general. But I'm not going to cry about something so dumb. It's just so dumb. What he is saying is, and what Dricus originally said was incredibly stupid. And what Usman originally said is incredibly stupid. I'm not taking anyone's side. But what he was saying is, how is a white man going to tell me how African I am? And he's not necessarily wrong there. I just hate the whole hyper nationalism bullshit like narrative in general. It's just terrible. And what's the point? It's not even leading to a fight. Because Dricus, do you think he's getting by Robert Whittaker? The only way he's getting by Robert Whittaker is if Hornswoggle hides underneath the cage, pops out with a shillelagh and a steel chair, and hits Robert Whittaker over the head with a steel chair and a shillelagh. And then Finley comes out to, my name is Finley, and I like to fight. And then he smacks him with a shillelagh too. Then they put him in a Boston Crab, blow out both his ACLs, and then maybe then Dricus can defeat him. But yeah. Du Plessis also rubbing Izzy the wrong way by saying he's the real African. Yeah, it's just Izzy is like, he doesn't like what Dricus has said, so he's kind of trying to jab back, and Dricus is skirting on the line. There's no doubt about that. I don't know how to word it because I can't really fully explain what I think. But I think Dricus is a bitch. I think he's a bitch for what he's doing too. Because he's skirting that line. Just come out and say it, bro. Just come out and say it and get all the hate. Maybe you'll actually get the fight. But yeah, he's just skirting the line of like this weird, awkward, you know, I'm more African than you. I breathe African air every day. And it's just, I don't know, man. I just find it cornball. Who do you find the most genuine champs who are true to themselves? I don't know. I'll say Brandon Moreno. Lamau just got here and we are still using the C word. Bro said the C word. Yeah, some dude called me the C word at the supermarket the other day. I had to give him a shillelagh beating down. Then I called the cops and they reprimanded him afterwards. Izzy's truly the last Avat. I don't know what that means. Dricus Du Plessis win by unseen headbutt. Could you imagine the level of hate for Dricus if he beats Robert Whittaker with a headbutt? Ricky Bobby loves you. If you ain't first, you're last. Exactly. Joey, I urge you to reconsider BKFC event. Don't you want to see Luke break his hands on Mike Perry's face and start crying and getting KO'd? I'd rather watch the Daytona 500, bro. I'd rather watch NASCAR documentaries. BKFC does not appeal to me, okay? I'd rather get a mullet and go watch NASCAR. So, yeah. Could you imagine if Du Plessis reiterated by coming after Izzy by his skin? Depends what he said. I don't know. I mean, there's not really an equivalent for the word Izzy used. Ricky Simone over your dong. I have a full breakdown and prediction now on the channel, but yes, I agree with you. Okay. Do you bet, bro? Very rarely, but occasionally. I'm still on free money. It's hypocritical of Izzy say that Whittaker disowned New Zealand by saying he moved there from a child and etc. Then get mad at Du Plessis for thinking the same thing he kind of did. I don't know the whole backstory, but if so, yes, that's true. That's true. What is the pound for pound ranking based on, and who's your 3 pound for pound? I don't know. It's based on a bunch of clowns that we don't know who even exist making it. But in my opinion, it's just the 3 best fighters, regardless of weight class. And for me, it's Johnny Bones Jones, Alexander Volkanovski, and probably Israel Adesanya. Who do you think wins the trilogy between Izzy and Rob? Izzy, for sure. I don't even want to see the trilogy. Who wants to see that? I have no desire. We need Talladega Nights Part 2. Did you see Manel Kopp's tweets? Yeah, I'm waiting for all the people who were offended about the word cracker to be offended by Manel Kopp's tweets. So, I'm waiting for those people to come out of the woodwork. Dong's takedown defense is underrated. I hope Ricky's prepared to bang. Yeah, but when Dong's being pressed backwards, he doesn't strike very well. I've noticed that in his fights. Also, Ricky has relentless pressure. Kai Kara France just announced his next opponent is Albazi. Bro, that's like months old. So I don't know where that came from in terms of his per social media. That's like months old. We knew Kai Kara France was fighting Amir Albazi. Like literally like 2 months ago, bro. Lurkin, what's up, Mario? What's up, Mario? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, Mario, in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Fair points. I don't even know what I said, but I'll take it. I'll take it right now. Whittaker should mop the floor with African Boy. Yeah. Definitely. Whittaker should straight up murk Dricus. And it's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. I'm surprised the UFC even booked that. I'm surprised the UFC even booked that, dude. Whittaker isn't even in the same universe as Dricus Du Plessis via his skill level. I just think Simone's pace will get him the win. I agree. I believe he's going to grind out Song with the wrestling pace. I agree. What's up, Chase? Hope you're doing well. Chinese guy can't wrestle. Okay. Shavkat versus Della. Della Maddalena is taking on Sean Brady at UFC 290. That's what's up next. Jack Della Maddalena versus Sean Brady, which should be a fun one. Guys, if you could do me a favor real quick and like the stream. We got 90 people in the stream. We got 27 likes. Also, if you're here right now, double check and make sure you're subscribed. We're so close. I can almost taste it, the 10K subs. We are at 9,236 and climbing. So I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to the channel right this very second. People are going to hate me, but I sort of want Dricus to win. Not because I'm a fan of Dricus, but I want to see new matchups and not only rematches. Plus, I'd love to see Izzy batter him. Dude, I kind of get what you're saying, but I just think Dricus is such a fraud, though. Like, and if he wins, it's going to be fluky. UFC hoping that Du Plessis just randomly gets lucky so they can run a racial narrative with Adesanya for pay-per-views. Dude, Adesanya, I mean, I literally believe you could make Adesanya, you could have Adesanya tear both his ACLs the night before. I still think he beats Dricus. What's 10K subs taste like? It tastes like haters' tears. those tears taste good. Those tears taste good, my friend. Who remembers UFC 287 post-fight? This bottle right here is full of all the haters' tears. And boy, do they taste good. Who remembers that? I forgot I even did that at the post-fight. Someone commented a timestamp and I was dying laughing. 10K subs equals The Rock shoes, then 20K equals a BMF belt on the desk. That is true. 50K equals Hasbullah joining me on stream. Hey, Joey, huge fan of the channel. Thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate you, Jeremiah. Thanks for the message. Usman versus GSP, both in their primes. GSP by a mile. He would out-jab him to death. If I was Whittaker, I'm not drinking or eating anything by the UFC come fight week. What is it? What do you mean by that? Oh, you think the UFC is gonna try to give him food poisoning? Why do I have... Look, I don't know why I'm even saying this out loud because it's literally nothing other than like a dumb thought. I have a feeling Whittaker versus Dricus isn't going to happen. You think Condit was robbed against Lawler? Not really. I think it was close enough. Joe, you're so close to 10K, I can almost taste it. I'm glad. We're all going to enjoy it. We're all going to enjoy it. We're getting there. So we're at 9,237. So that's 63. We're 763 subscribers away. And like 2 weeks ago, in 1 week, I gained like 650 subs. So it's possible. So, yeah. Dricus got taken down by Till LMFAO. Dude, Dricus is horrible. Do you watch boxing sometimes or just MMA? No, I don't really watch boxing. I don't really watch boxing. What do you think about people claiming that Francis' stock goes down because he sits out? I don't know. It all depends. You know, he just got released from his contract like 3 months ago. So he could just be fielding offers. So it's hard to say right now. I think those people are speaking a bit premature, in my opinion. Do you think Nate Diaz is in protective custody? Yeah. He's in protective custody. Because there might be some goons going after him. But yeah, for sure. Because he's a celebrity. I don't think, if anything, his stock only goes down because John Jones. But I think his stock is still pretty high. I think someone will pay him very well. And even if he gets paid equal to what the UFC was willing to pay him, he got a better deal. More freedom. He's going to be able to have sponsorships. Yeah, they are. One CEO said he's about to make his final offer and confirmed Francis has many offers on the table. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. The thing is, people are just prematurely saying, yeah, Francis made a mistake. If Francis even gets paid to close to the amount of money that the UFC was offering, not even more, which is very possible, if he gets close to the same amount, dude, he's golden. He's going to get sponsorships. He's allowed to have sponsorships in cage. So that's going to rake in probably, if not millions, hundreds of thousands. And then on top of his pay, plus he's fighting lesser competition, plus he's not as restricted as he would be in the UFC. Wait, is Nate not out yet? No, Dana just controlling the narrative. Exactly. We don't know yet. That may eventually become true, that Francis made a mistake and blah, blah, but people are just UFC shills. Hey, Joey, do you think the UFC is booking Pennington versus Aldana to promote women's MMA with the status quo of women's main events, or because Dana's stupid on purpose? Now, I think he's just doing it because that's just what they had for that date. They couldn't find anything else, basically. Did you watch the NFL draft? I did not. What's your prediction on Francis' first fight? Boxing versus who, or PFL, or ONE? I don't know. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm going to say he goes to ONE championship. I feel like ONE championship just has money to burn. He's going to go to ONE championship, brutally KO somebody, and then get a boxing match afterwards. He's going to have the option to box in his contract. Remember when Dana implied that Jones was ducking Francis and now it's the other way around? Yeah, and people gobble that shit up too. People gobble it up. Why do so many people hate Francis so much? He's the only fighter who had the balls to step up to the UFC and stand for himself. Because there's so many people that have Dana's, that just like to kiss ass to Dana White. And they'll push the UFC's narrative no matter what it is. You'll notice there's always people who are on the UFC side. You know, when you try to stay impartial, there's sometimes you'll be on the UFC side, there's sometimes you'll be on the fighter side. But when you're just a straight up WME zombie, ass kissing, brown nosing, anti-fighter piece of shit, you'll always be on one side, you know. One thing that I can always tell you guys, when you're looking at reporters, content creators, and this can apply to anything in life, if you can guess someone's opinion on a situation every single time before you even know their opinion, they're a biased person. They're very biased. Because if you already know, based on what you've seen from them in the past, where they're going to sit on a certain issue, and I'm not talking about hearing something about that issue. I'm talking about a new issue that pops up. If you can guess where someone's going to stand before it even comes out, they're extremely biased. Like, I knew Ariel Helwani was going to be sucking up to Nate long before he did. I didn't know David Dvorak was fighting Matt Schnell at 289. I forgot about that fight. Do UFC pay Hasbulla more than their unranked fighters? Probably. Leon Edwards said the same thing about Michael Bisping not winning a belt out of the UK. Okay. No one said that was wrong. I mean, I don't really remember that instance too much. Jones versus Gane was the most disappointing match I've seen in a while. Yeah, it was anticlimactic for sure. Dana White is lying about the UFC not ever being allowed back to the UFC. He's only saying that to undermine his stock and reduce his bargaining power. It's a tactic for sure. Even if it is true, it's Dana just getting trying to get back at him. So yeah. And you know what's funny? If Francis came back to the UFC with a bigger deal than they offered him before, everyone would say, yeah, he made a mistake and he came crawling back. What a joke that would be, too. Joe, we were clinching the other day and my boy kissed one of my other guys on the back of his bald head. Okay. That's an odd move. Is that illegal in MMA? The UFC throws its fighter under the bus so many times, Dana White will literally come out and say this fighter isn't fighting because this fighter has an ego. Yeah, and the fans and some of the media will just eat it up and run with that exact narrative. Dana would re-sign Francis in a heartbeat because Francis plus Jones equals money. True. Is Nate Diaz still in jail? From what I understand, yes. Stipe is so old he didn't want to have the trilogy versus Cormier overall. Yeah, he won, but wasn't impressed. Put new blood against Jones. Yeah, I don't want to see Stipe. I don't want to see Stipe fight Jones. Or he said he wants to be the first champ to train and win from the UK. They aren't the same. If you want to believe it's the same as Dricus Du Plessis situation, that's on you. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember it, but you're talking to the other guy. I understand that. Corey said that Song was as tough as opponents, even better than Jan. How does Song versus Jan go? I think Jan probably boxes him up. I still think Jan's one of the best. Is an undisputed GOAT bad for the sport? No. Why would it be bad for the sport? I don't see it being bad for the sport, but maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But I don't think so. Very doubtful. Stipe's going to get mauled by Jones. Pavlovich will be far more competitive and interesting matchup. Gane shouldn't even be relevant at this point. Yeah, Gane shouldn't be number one. Joey, I wish you were part of the UFC media. I feel like you'd ask actual questions we'd want to know and challenge Dana White's narrative, especially about Power Slap. I would, but I'd probably get banned immediately. Dana White bans people who push back. But when he says certain things, you know, like just for an example, and this isn't the best example, but when he was like, oh, what should the punishment be in regards to him beating his wife? I would have had an answer for him, you know? Or just when he says certain things like, why doesn't Colby deserve a title shot? I would have had an answer for him right then and there, and I would have challenged him on it. But Dana doesn't like that, so he would have got banned. I'm black, and I think Izzy saying the C word stuff to Dricus wasn't cool. He was talking about Dricus creating division, but he did just that. Dude, stop calling the cracker the C word. Nobody cares about the word cracker, okay? Nobody does. And I'll continue to just say it outright, okay? Joey will be back blacklisted in less than 3 months. Dude, I'd get banned after the first presser. Because the MMA media in general, I understand they obviously would just want to keep their jobs. But also, they're just the biggest pusses ever. They just can't imagine standing up to somebody. They just can't imagine it, you know? And if you notice when Dana kind of gets big and loud, he's like, what do you want me to do here? Huh? What do you want my punishment to be? The kid deserves a title shot. He's done everything we've ever asked of him. He's a 2-weight champion. The kid's done everything we've ever asked of him. Why shouldn't he get a title shot? And they're like, oh, sorry. Understood, Dana. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're just, they got no spine. But I do understand. I'm sympathetic to the fact they don't want to lose their jobs. So I do get it. But it makes the press conference less interesting. And also, I don't think they're as educated on the sport as they should be. Because I don't think they actually enjoy MMA half the time. You know, so they're not as up to date on it. They're just worried about covering YouTube boxing and getting clicks. Bro said the C word. Yeah. What a cracker. Yeah, a similar thing happened with Ariel Helwani. Yeah, but that's different. That's a whole different situation. Dricus Du Plessis, the S is silent for Savage. Okay. Which fighters would make good commentators? I have no idea. Dominic Cruz and Paul Felder. Sergey is scary in the octagon, but seems like a really nice guy. Have you met him before? Are you hanging out with him on the weekends? Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on there? But, okay. Joey would get banned because he would ask completely logical questions rather than rimming Dana White and falling in line. And then when Dana gave dumb answers or asked stupid questions himself and tried to bully the media, I would push back because I would have the knowledge to push back on certain things. So I would love to get the opportunity. It's not about the word. It's about the principle. Oh, my God. It's a bad look for the sport. When they go complain about Manel Cop then. Dude, these guys are fighting each other, knocking each other out, and you're complaining about the C word. The C word. Bro really said the C word. Part of me wants Henry to win, even though I don't want him to be. Want him to, but Merab versus Cejudo would be very interesting. Merab versus Cejudo would be very interesting. Thoughts on Song versus Simone? I love it. It's a great fight. I think Simone wins with his wrestling, grappling, and pressure. His non-stop pressure. His relentless pressure. You're just trying to be objective. You're trying to be objective. Understood. Joey complains about people typing the N-word a letter at a time, but no qualms about saying the C word. Dude, imagine caring about. No one cares about that word. That word is that nobody cares about it. There's not a single person in this earth that cares about it. You're pretending it's a fake outrage, and you're a pussy for it. Quite honest. So is that one gonna make you cry too? The P word. Yeah, keep faking with your fake outrage. You think Merab beats Henry? Probably not. I think Henry probably beats Merab. If Henry beats Aljo, Henry beats Merab. There will be no more using of the C word in the chat or you will be banned. Guys, everyone type the C word in the chat. Let me see if YouTube tries to flag it as a bad word. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Let's see. If Henry wins, who do you think is next? Knowing him, he'll try to fight Alexander Volkanovski. But probably Sean O'Malley. Will the current champs now be champs in December? No. Someone will lose. Someone will lose it. I enjoy cheese crackers. Good. Imagine crying over that word. I'm done. I'm not outraged I'm black. I'm just saying, well, look. You're saying you're black? Don't lecture me over my word, all right? Don't lecture me over my word. That's my C word. Dana asking the stupidest questions in the pissed off tone. Tell me why Colby doesn't deserve a title shot. I'm a Colby fan, but it's honestly so delusional. And not a single media member pushed back. Who said cracker? What's up, Jeremiah? What's up, Andy? Yeah. But back to the question, who does Henry fight? He'll probably try to fight Volkanovski, but he'll probably end up fighting Sean O'Malley. Breaking MMA Joey banned from main events after beating down Brett Okamoto, Mark Raimondi, John Morgan with a shillelagh. Dude, I couldn't beat Mark Raimondi with a shillelagh. Dude looks like Wee Man. He's basically Hornswoggle 2.0. Burns gets it done against Bilal. We're going to find out very soon. When Dana White yells, the media shrivels up. Yeah, for sure. They're all scared of him. Because in a way, it's like he's their boss. Because he can ban them and make them lose their careers. What's Andy laugh? What did I say that everyone's laughing about? I don't even remember what I said. I just looked up Hornswoggle. I'm done. Yeah, Mark Raimondi's Hornswoggle 2.0. He can go cry about Nate Diaz just defending himself against a guy with amateur fights. How dare we cry about him defending himself? How dare. Oof. Uh-oh. Fellow traveler, thank you for the $2 dono. Can you tell me what type of microphone you use? It is the Shure SM7B. You have to buy a bunch of stuff that comes along with it. Not comes along with it, but separately. An audio interface, a cloud lifter, and a stand or a boom arm with it. But, yeah, it's the best mic you can get. But you can get a cheaper, if you're looking for a microphone, you can get a cheaper microphone. That's very similar in quality, but you can use it as a USB mic. And, it's called the MV7 is the other one you can buy. That's not what I have, okay? That's not what I have. But it's made by the same company and it has damn good audio quality as well. And it's like it's more than half the price. It's less than half the price. So if you want to buy this setup with the arm, with the audio interface, with the cloud lifter, that you need it all. You can't use it without it. This setup is about $1,000. If you buy the other microphone that has damn good quality, you're looking at about, let me see. If you get the XLR version, to eventually upgrade to potentially XLR, and let's see, I think you can get XLR and USB, right? Let me take a look. You're looking at about $300 if you get the USB version. You're looking at about $300. If you get the USB version. Look, I'll post a link for you if you want to get it. It's $267. This is a similar mic. But way cheaper. Oh, it doesn't let me post it. It's just called the Shure MV7. That's not this mic. This is the Shure SM7B. But if you want a cheaper alternative, the MV7 has damn good quality. Damn, guys, lighten it up with the super chats. Thank you again, fellow traveler. Joe Bell, thank you for the $50 dono for keeping it real because Tori told me to send it. Dude, Joel, I appreciate the $50 dono. Appreciate it quite a bit, my friend. Thank you very much. That smile in that profile picture as you send that $50 directly from Tori. It means a lot, man. It means a lot. I appreciate the support. I'm hoping next year I'm gonna be on YouTube full time. I'll be making a full-time income from YouTube. So prepare for bigger and better things. So appreciate your support. That smile in that picture, man. Is that the level of pleasure you're getting from this stream right now? I appreciate it. I will always keep it real. Sometimes you may love it. Sometimes you may hate it. But you will always know that I'm saying what I believe. And I'm not pretending with some fake outrage about this or fake outrage about that. I will always say what I think regardless of what other people think about it. So thank you, Joel Bell, for the $50 dono. Park Stew, thank you for the $1.99. What's up, legend? You think 288 breaks 400K buys? No. I think it'll probably do like 250, 350, somewhere around there. I doubt it breaks 400K buys, especially with Oliveira off the card. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. But thank you again for the dono. The $2 dono. If I missed your message, just send it back down. I'm trying to scroll back up and see where I left off, but I don't remember. Is Jair the most dangerous challenge Volkas has faced? I don't know, man. It's always recency bias, but I'll say yeah. I think DC is such a fan favorite because he never had any height or reach advantage. Dude, DC isn't even really liked by the MMA community. Joe, what are your thoughts on Ariel trying to discredit Jamal Hill's win over Glover? Ariel has seemed like a snake to me, always surprising. He's become obsessed with Mr. Hold on, my leg itches. My leg itches. And I'm falling down in my chair. I haven't seen that. I don't pay attention to what Ariel says. He's a snake oil salesman, and I don't care what he has to say. But yeah, he does set narratives in MMA. How does Song Yadong, Corey Sandhagen, no grappling go? I think Corey still wins. Did you see the full Nate Diaz video? Yes. Did you see Bisbing's video on the Nate Diaz situation? No. Dude said Nate did nothing wrong, and if anything was merciful to the dude. Well, Bisbing is an idiot then. That's my C word, exactly. I could put Mark in a Boston Crab and have Hornswoggle put him in one probably in 30 seconds. Dude, if I put Mark in a Boston Crab, he wouldn't be touching the ground. Yo, can we get that Pat Barry impression now? No. Asking because I run a channel. Awesome, man. Yeah. If you ever need any tech advice, I can offer what I have. But yeah, dude, buy a nice mic. Audio is so important. And even if you get the one that I told you that is very comparable to this for $300 rather than spending $1,000 for this setup, it'll improve your quality massively. I don't know what you have now, but it'll improve massively. You can go back and watch my old videos. I have a different microphone. It wasn't that much worse, but dude, it was a drastic improvement in a weird way, even though it doesn't really make sense. It's like I could have stuck it out with that old microphone. I wanted this one for a while. You know, once I started getting some donations, I don't even know if the amount of money I've spent on my channel yet. I don't even think I've broke even yet because I spent $5,000 on a computer so I can put out 4K videos with quick, rapid fire. I spent $1,000 on my mic. I spent, like $500 on my monitor. I spent like almost $2,000 on my camera and all the little things that come with it. I spent $2,000 on my laptop that I started off with, my lighting, all the different stuff that I've bought, different subscriptions. I've spent a lot of money running this channel, but that's why, all your guys' donations basically goes back into the channel. And the thing is, I just want to offer the best quality possible. And then eventually I hit a point, and I've kind of hit that point where I'm like slowing with upgrades because there's not a lot. The next upgrade is the background. Do a background upgrade. But yeah, I appreciate it. But the next thing is just to take the channel into another level and start making a decent income from it is what I'm trying to do in second half of 2023 and 2024. So that's the plan. Does Jake Shields have an early onset of CTE? Dude said Nate gently put the guy to the ground. Dude's an idiot. But I guess so, probably. How to song you'd already read that. Thank you again, Joel. I appreciate it, my friend. I'm scrolling back through. Was Cowboy deserving of a Hall of Fame inductee? The Hall of Fame is meaningless to me, so yes. Hoping for a huge Dricus upset. That'd be crazy. Ariel Two-Nose Tawani doesn't even stand up for a fellow interviewer who was slapped by Nate just because he criticized his teammate. Imagine any politician did this. I mean, I don't know about a politician, but yeah, Ariel's of course is gonna be biased towards Nate. Bro, I appreciate that smile. I think Derek's talking to Joel. Exactly, Hunter. We all get pleasures from these streams. Yeah, I'm just dishing out pleasure. One grown man dishing out pleasure to dozens of other grown men. So, fellow traveler, thank you for the $2 dono. Real recognized, real thanks again. Yeah, look, honestly, if you guys watch my streams and my videos and you're like, okay, this guy's really being himself, mission accomplished here, because I hate all these like fake characters online. Like, I get it, it's something that people do, but it's like they get in front of a camera, they get a little bit of an audience, and they start acting like a different person. That's not me at all, and that will never be me. I will never, ever, ever try to spoon feed, rabbit cult-like fan bases with just shit they want to hear. I'm never going to do that. I'm going to give my opinion even if it's unpopular. I came in late AF. $50 donation, that's what's up. Yeah, we're waiting for you to match it, Southside. Joel is the #1 donor on tonight's stream. Anybody want to pass him? Ariel pisses me off. I don't even watch Ariel in the least bit. I've seen some clips on Twitter here and there, but yeah, that's it. Are you not high on Song Yudong? It was 2-2 with Corey before the cut. I am high on Song Yudong, but I think when he gets pressured backwards, he doesn't do as well. And I noticed that in the Corey fight. The dude Tory be a different type of pleasure from you if you catch much. Stop, dude. Come on. Mario, thank you for the 11 months of membership. Hell yeah, glad to be part of the community. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Arrow come off like a whiny brat. Yeah, he's a good interviewer, but he's a whiny brat. Joe, what are your overall thoughts of Jake Shields? I have no idea. Dude seems to be putting out some weird shit online, but I don't really pay attention to him. Jake Shields is so irrelevant. The people act like he's relevant in the MMA community is crazy to me. Do you write them off on your taxes at least? What do you mean, write donations off? You can't write donations off. You have to pay taxes on them. So I owe taxes on what I make from YouTube. But I can write off like different expenses, stuff I buy. 100K into the channel is the new mythical YouTuber, okay? You bet plenty of us would write articles for cheap? Yeah, probably. Maybe Nate Diaz run for governor? Oh my God, could you imagine? Let's talk Du Plessis about his toolkit, which 2 kicks are at his best. He has nothing good. He has nothing good. MMA big pleasure, Joey? Yeah. Sending shots? What are we talking about? A lot of people switch up for the camera and the internet. That is true. Clearly Nick Diaz is a bigger brother. He looks so mild compared to Nate. Dude, I don't know. When Nick Diaz gets on camera, he's just crazy. You'll never hear me say Joey 10K changed you. You will never. I'll never hear that because it won't be true. Like, who are you talking about, Joey? What do you mean? Who am I talking about? I'm not talking about anyone specifically. Finally caught a live stream. About time. About time you caught a live stream. You got to say that Bruce Buffer's voice? What do you mean? We've been saying Joel Martinez's voice. What are your thoughts on AI? I don't really have any thoughts on AI. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. I haven't really put a lot of thought into it. I got a lot more to try to decipher and think about when it comes to running this MMA channel than thinking about AI. Then maybe I'll send a dono. I don't like your attitude, Southside Millie. Check that at the door, all right? Who do you think Adesanya will fight next? Says he wants to fight soon. I think it's going to end up being Hamzat. Or Whittaker's going to pull out of his fight with Dricus and Izzy's going to fight. Dricus instead. Joey, do you train any MMA yourself? I wear Venom gear and basically I'm an elite fighter. Nick Diaz is cool. He never gets into fights. Okay. Joe, you low-key got anger issues. If you think I got anger issues, you're delusional then. From just you witnessed me on the live stream and you think I got anger issues. It's very hard to get me angry, all right? But when I do, I start breaking out the C word. I start breaking out Boston crabs. I start breaking out shillelaghs. Juliana Pena was getting interviewed by Ariel, and Ariel said, "How are you?" And Pena said, "How are you, buddy?" I'm done. She really called bro buddy. All right. The last thing I'd want to watch is Ariel Helwani and Juliana Pena chop it up. You know, I don't want to listen to Ariel Helwani and Juliana Pena chop it up, and I wouldn't want to kick it with Clay Guida and his boys. I wouldn't want to chop it up with Clay Guida and his boys. When are you hoping to do this full time? Next year, end of next year. Examples of annoying fake MMA people who you don't like. Ariel Helwani is one of them. And there's a million other ones. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of them. But it's not. I don't pay attention to them anymore. I haven't paid attention to them for years. Luke Thomas was one of them. Luke Thomas was fake as hell. Dude switched up. He used to be all right. He used to be all right up like 7 years ago, 8 years ago. But the second he took on that MMA Hour host job, dude switched it up quick. Quick as hell. But yeah. Who is a fresh contender for Izzy that has a decent probability of winning? Hamzat, I guess, but I doubt Hamzat wins. Yuri versus Jamal in September. Yuri says he will be ready. I thought maybe Adesanya might want to go at 205 again, but I'm not sure anymore since Yuri's coming back. It has to be Hamzat or Dricus. Brendan Schaub. Why is Ali refusing fighters to get interviewed by Ariel? Because he doesn't like Ariel. Imagine Dricus flukes a victory over Whittaker. That'd be disgusting. I'm not going to answer your question, Luke, because I don't really like you. Yeah, there you go. Pena also said the only fight that made sense. She's delusional. You're talking about John Jones. He said that. I forgot. Hamzat is not even a contender yet. I know. You can buy a book and write in it. Okay. I like Luke, but he's annoying. I haven't listened to Luke in many, many years. When was Conor McGregor versus Floyd? 2017. It was before that, but it was around that getting announced was the last time I even watched him, and I wasn't even watching him religiously then. But I'll never forget, he was talking at one point. I have a clip saved on one of my old phones. Dude was talking about Conor McGregor's outfit and how beautiful it was, and I'm sure his shoes were amazing too, and the suit, he was dressed to the nines, and dude, it's just, I was like, what are you even doing, you little bitch? And yeah, Luke was for sale at one point. I don't know if he's changed back to not being for sale. Luke was for sale at one point. All these dudes are for sale. Look, you might not like my opinion, but I'm not doing it because it makes dollars, okay? I'm not regurgitating some type of narrative or opinion just because it gets me paid, okay? And that's what a lot of these clowns are doing. You guys have to know that, okay? 3 hardest champs to dethrone: John Jones, Israel Adesanya, Alexander Volkanovski. Imagine if Hamzat was the favorite against Izzy. I'd have to bet Izzy. For sure. Hamzat versus Costa fight night in Sweden. Yeah, book it. Book it. Joe, you ever thought or played golf before? Regular golf? No. I've played disc golf, quite a bit of disc golf. I'm basically an avid disc golfer at this point, okay? I played like this last week. The weather really broke and was really nice. This last week, there's a disc golf course like, I don't know, like 25 minutes from my house. Boom. I'm there, just hiking through the woods, throwing disc. It's a lot of fun. If you've never played, it's mad fun. It's addicting. But no, I've never played ball golf, but I would enjoy regular golf. They call it ball golf and disc golf, so they know to differentiate. What's up, GOAT? Man Joey. What's up, Will? What's up, Will? Hope you're doing well. Ever play pickleball? I have not. Brendan Schaub probably the funniest dude to me, and not because he's trying to be. Dude's got CTE. It's sad to me. I see clips of him from that one guy who reposted the dumbest shit on Twitter. So, yeah. You disc golf clowns calling it ball golf. I mean, that's what just people call it because then they know what you're talking about. If you're playing disc golf and you say golf, they might think you're talking about regular disc golf. You got to try it, Jack. You're like 15 years old. Go try it. It's fun as hell. I mean, regular golf's probably fun too. I got to play it one day. But when would I even have the time? Why is the Kamaru Usman account talking trash? Leon owns you. There you go. Leon fight in October. Bilal can't sit out a year. Okay. I would dominate Joey and his wife on the pickleball court 1 versus 2. I'd like to see you try. I'd dominate your wife in the bedroom. How about that? All right. Favorite music to jam? I'm not a big music person. Pav beats Gon, right? That's a weird matchup, but yeah, I think Pav beats Gon. I've never been very high on Gon. Brendan Schaub looks like he's been stung by a bee all over his face. Brendan Schaub's one of the stupidest people in MMA. Wow, that crossed the line. Well, that's what you get for calling me the C word. I was offended by it. When I get backed into a corner, I bite. All right? Damn, I can never let a man say he'd dominate my wife in the bedroom like that. The disrespect is crazy. Jack, you're like 14, dude. Shut up. Shut up. It's hilarious how even the fighter he knows mispronounced their names. Corey Sandhagen. I don't know what you mean. Who are you talking about there? You should have thought twice before dropping like a dead person in front of Joey's children. Exactly. I want to see a show where UFC fighters play pickleball against each other. No. Who will be the champ, Shavkat or Pavlovich? Pick one. Shavkat. Shavkat. Getting ready to go on my honeymoon. Getting ready to have some fun. Are you going on your honeymoon with Tori, it looks like? Chase and Tori? Where are you going? You going anywhere fun? Book Gon versus Pav then. Let Jones, Stipe both retire if they want. Oh my God, I don't want to see Gon in another rematch. Joey, I feel like you low-key pushed other kids on the playground and pointed and laughed. Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. Look, when I was in school, I would only attempt to bully bullies, all right? If I seen someone picking on someone that is just a quiet person, that is just minding their own business, I would pick on them, okay? I would go out of my way to pick on that person that's being a dick. I never liked people who were acting like assholes. And in that respect, I had a bit of a reputation of being an asshole because I didn't like that shit. I would never go out of my way to bully anyone who didn't deserve it. All right? Who didn't have it coming. I don't want to see Gon in another title fight. Yeah, Joey run the yard back in the day. Yeah, you must have grew up in a nice area or you would have joined a gang. Nah to neither of those. Don't jump my questions, Joey. Will Bilal take new fight if he beats Burns? I never seen that question. So don't jump my question. Bilal either fight Colby or Leon next. I'll say that. Gon should go back to the line or win 1 mil at PFL. Yeah, I never want to see Gon fight again. I'm be honest. Dude got out grappled by Francis and Ngannou. Yeah. What happened when you bullied a bully? Tell some story. I don't have any really interesting stories, dude. It's too long ago to even remember at this point. I can't remember. But I was always really good at talking shit in school. So, and still am good at talking shit. So, one of my special talents, and you guys can kind of see it on the channel a little bit. It shines through it sometimes. I can easily pinpoint exactly what to say to piss off people. You know, like sometimes like a cult like following. So I can easily just single somebody out and just know exactly what's going to piss them off. Like I can meet someone and within 5 minutes, I'm like a shark that smells blood in the water. I already know what pisses them off easily. I just quick poke, quick prod, quick smack with a shillelagh, and then I already know. I already know what's going to piss them off. I already know what's going to piss them off. That's a very fun skill to have. Colby versus Islam at 170? No, that's never going to happen. Who's Colby anyway? But Leon is fighting in October. He's not active. I don't think the UFC will let him wait. Maybe, maybe not. Joe, have you ever been in a fist fight at school or in the streets before? Yeah, but nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Bilal fights in 2 weeks and Leon fight in 6 months. Bilal will need to fight again when Leon fights. Okay. You can keep regurgitating the same thing, but who knows what's bound to happen. I think he'll fight Colby over the summer, or he will wait and fight the winner of Leon Colby. Has anyone ever tried to rock you after you made fun of them? Very... Not that I really remember. Not that I really remember. And you guys have to realize, and we've talked about this on the channel before, a lot of people act tough, but when it comes to actually doing something, most people don't do anything. So I'll just keep pushing someone's buttons and pushing someone's button as a kid, okay? And, you know, most of the time people aren't about doing anything, you know? I mean, you know, if somebody says, oh, get out of here, I'm going to whoop your ass. You bet your ass I'm sitting right there. I ain't never leaving. Imagine they do the yellow mat again for 300. Oh, please no. I got jumped by surprise sitting down by 3 dudes. I ain't feel the dudes behind me. I was beating up the Cobra dude in front of me. Damn, you had 3 dudes behind you? You got 3 dudes behind you? Joey has no fight story, guys. Joey, what's the story of your street fight? The best street fight story I have is a fight that I never got actually into a fight. It was like maybe like 10 years ago or something like that. And I never even actually got into a fight. But I went to Denny's with a couple of my friends. And it was when Denny's was open 24/7. And at that point in time, the friends that I was with, who I'm still friends with one of them, it was like always like we were hoping for a fight. And then I was like, look, I'm putting someone through a table WWE style, right? And these, I don't even remember who they were. It's been so long now, I don't remember. These other 3 guys came in and they were like looking at us a weird way. Apparently one of my friends like vaguely knew them and didn't like them anyway. So they were like looking over at us. We were just ordering our food, minding our own business, but they were looking over us like they wanted some type of problem. And there was like 2 smaller guys and 1 bigger guy. And I remember saying to my friends, I said, look, if anything happens, I want the big guy and I'm going to try to put him through a table, right? But what ended up happening is one of the smaller guys from over there came running across while we're sitting there waiting for our food and punched one of my buddies. We never even helped defend my buddy. My buddy just started fighting him and beating him up. We ran over to the other 2 guys. My buddy started fighting the one guy, and then I ran towards the other big guy, and the big guy just said, no, I'm not doing nothing. I don't want to fight. So then my buddy was fighting the one dude, and my other buddy was fighting the other dude. And then it was just like chaos, and there was tables getting knocked over. And then eventually the 3 dudes that started the fight ran out, and then we chased after them. And then we went back. Oh, then Denny's called the police. And so then when the police came, we told them, look, those guys attacked us. We just defended ourselves. And my one buddy knew what the other guy's name was. And we also knew what he drove because we see him pulling out of the parking lot. And so we told them, and they went and got arrested or pulled over. And I don't know if they got arrested. I think they got arrested. I think one of them got arrested. And then we went back in Denny's and ate. So the restaurant, there was tables everywhere. There was silverware everywhere. And maybe I'm butchering the story a little bit because it's been a while, but it was something along those lines. It was pretty hilarious. It was actually hilarious, though. So, but that's a true story. That Denny's closed down, though. But yeah, it was pretty good. But I never got to put somebody through a table. I'm going to still try. One of these days, I'm going to get into a fight at a supermarket or something. And they're going to be so confused. They're going to be punching me in the face. And I'm just going to be lifting them up by the armpits and looking to put them through a table. Remember Usman saying he's more American than Colby following his win in December 2019? Funny how Usman proceeded to say what he said regarding Dricus. I don't remember that, but either way, it's all dumb. I've said that a million times. That's stupid if he said it. But there's certain things that are, more egregious than others. But I really don't care a whole lot about any of it. I'm not clutching my pearls about what Dricus said. I'm not clutching my pearls about what Usman said. I'm not clutching my pearls about what Izzy said. I'm not clutching my pearls about any of them. This is a fake story. Okay. That's fine. That's fine if that's what you want to say. You can believe me or not. Why would I make that up? But if you don't want to believe it, guess what? I don't care. The reporter told Usman Dricus said he's more African than you. Isn't that what he said? If you don't use butter drink, what do you do and your friends do for fun? Normal activities, I guess. I don't get what you're asking there. Like, what do you do for fun? I mean, recently I've been playing disc golf, but just hang out, fuck off, joke around, provide each other. Never mind, I'm not. But just hang out, joke around, talk shit, go fishing. But really, there's not a whole lot of time for that anymore. I've been running this channel. I've been busy. So, was it Denny's in Baltimore? Yes. You should do weekly story times. No. I don't care about Izzy Dricus till they fight. Agreed. Colby's is the one that says Marty's from Nebraska. What are you saying? Elazar, you're going after MMA Joey tonight. Who do you think is going to be the main for UFC 290? Easy. Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. And I guarantee that one. What's funny is my one friend who initially got hit, I kid you not, we were in a booth. Before we could even slide out of the booth, my buddy had him full mounted, just beating the shit out of him. It was hilarious. Before we could even slide out of the booth. Because he came over with a lot of momentum and he threw a punch, missed it, and then just ended. I don't even know. There was a scramble. We were kind of watching, then we were looking over. It all happened so fast. I wish I would have went for a Boston Crab, though. I regret. If I could go back in time, I'm going for a Boston Crab. What's your fighting style? Boston Crab enthusiast. People always drink a lot of water when they lie. Oh yeah, yeah, they do. MMA Johnny is definitely really cool. Definitely has a lot of friends. And I definitely don't get my pleasure from his mother. Boston Crab enthusiast, I'm dying. So, how long ago was the Denny's incident? 10 years probably. Probably 10 years, 12 years maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't remember what year it was. I wish I could. I'll ask my buddy. You really got to chill with your mom jokes or someone's going to act like Michael Chiesa. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Man, not looking forward to the card, but I'm going to still watch. What, this weekend's card? Yeah, this weekend's card is looking horrible. Horrible. Joey now making videos like day one of building a time machine. What do you mean? Some people get emotional, ready to come for you over their mama. Okay. Well, guess what? Then they don't need to watch the channel. I'll just have their mother punish them. Did anyone get the joke? Dude really said, people drink a lot of water when they lie. And then I talked about how cool he was and how many friends he had. And then I took a big drink of water. And then I said, his mother definitely doesn't give me my pleasure. And then drank a bunch of water. Is the main event this week 5 rounds? Yes, it's 5 rounds. Joey, how do you not give a shit what people think? Because I just don't care, man. There's plenty more to think about. There's plenty more to think about in the world than what people think. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to wonder. Oh, my goodness. Jesus, I just saw a horrible video online of some elevator video. The elevator started moving as they loaded someone in the elevator. That was crazy. That was wild. The shit you see on Twitter nowadays. That was nuts. Now you got to send that video. I don't know if I can find it now. It disappeared that quick. All right, where Jack? I'm sending it to you on Discord. Go look on Discord, you clown. Let me see. You've never sent me a message on Discord? Jack, aren't you on Discord? Random. Let me see. At Jack. Yeah, go check Discord, dude. Discord's the best way to message. You got to actually get on Discord. It's good. It's good. I never knew how to use Discord at first, but once I started getting used to how to use it, it's good. Well, I guess I can just send it right here, too, if anybody wants to see it. This just happened to pop up on my Twitter. Did you see that Gardner missed weight plus Gabe Stevenson is back? Nope. Did not see any of it. Juliana Pena is my least favorite fighter. Drink some water. Nah, she's my most favorite fighter. Every main event's 5 rounds. Dip. No, that's not always true, especially when it's a short notice main event. MMA dead this week. Anything new? Jack Hermansson's out of his fight. Not an amateur wrestling fan? Nah, I'm not. I am in awe of Colby and Bryce Mitchell. Drinks water, yeah. Bryce Mitchell definitely doesn't like NASCAR. Hermansson blows. Hermansson blows. I'm just dying. Everyone was so upset about what Izzy said. I'm waiting to see where the Manel Cop reactions. I'm still looking for him. That's what I was looking for on Twitter. I couldn't tell who's fighting on the prelims. How the F does that even happen? Joey, I think the light heavyweight division is underrated and that is very competitive. I mean, the light heavyweight division is all right. It's not great, but it's not horrible. Guys, it's 1:18 a.m. Yeah, Jack, when you start seeing breaking news, you can go post it in the breaking news tab of Discord. You always send me breaking news, which I appreciate because if I haven't seen it, I see it through your message. But you can post it on Discord too. There's a breaking news tab. Once you get used to how Discord works, dude, it's great. So... Got you, Joey. Will do. Yeah, because I get most of my news from Discord now. Go until 5 a.m. Look, I'll go till, I don't know. Last night when I did this, everyone did it, and then I was tired as hell. Look, I'll go another 45 minutes. I'll go another 45 minutes if we get a combination of $50 worth of donos. That's what we did last night, and I ended up regretting it, but we'll do it again. I'll do it again. It helps generate income for the channel. So, Joey, stop being money hungry and do it for free. Dude, you know how many hours? I work on this channel over 40 hours a week for basically free. So, don't be a clown, Alizar. Look, if 5 people donate $10, or 10 people donate $5, or 50 people donate $1, boom, 45 minutes right there. That's almost a whole hour of pleasure. That's worth it right there. But either way, I'm going to go like another 10, 15 minutes. So don't worry about it if you guys don't want to. Don't stop, can't stop. Honestly, Decay was stupid. I think any African other than the people of South Africa rooting for him when he discredits previous Africans champions. Yeah, I don't know what the fan reaction is going to be. Look at Joel Bell, man. He's just enjoying the pleasure tonight. Thank you for the $10 dono. Look, now you guys only got to do 40 right there. Hit it off the 10 right there. Joey, I'll donate my time and stay for another hour. Appreciate it. Honestly, Topuria is hittable. Volk is a sniper, and you never know when it's coming. He offsets it with his rhythm. That's an interesting fight that I hope we see. That's an interesting fight that I really hope we see. But Topuria's got to get through Josh Emmett first. Josh Emmett has nasty, nasty, nasty power. So, Joey, I literally had to mug MMA Johnny for my lunch yesterday. I have nothing, okay? Yeah, he's easy to mug, though, so he's an easy target. But thank you, Joel Bell, for the $10 dono, man. Appreciate it, man. I really do. I really, really do. Got to sit up in my chair now. Joe, what do you do for a living? I've answered it so many times, man. I answered it so many times. I don't answer it no more. I basically give out Boston crabs, and I'm a endorser of Venom gear. Okay. I really like Volk's walkout song. I don't remember what his walkout song is. Absolutely, man. Thank you again. Joey, my son, MMA Johnny's talking crazy again. Should I discipline him until he shows proper respect? Yes, you should. Who has the best UFC walkout? I don't know. I like John Jones's walkout, but we've only seen that once in the past 3 years. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Colby has the best walkout, and stop it. Conor has one of the best walkouts. I'll say Conor has the best walkout. DC runs out, so I like DC's run out. He runs out quick. When Conor comes out, Conor McGregor walkout song. The Foggy Dew is a good one. I don't know if he came out to that last time, but when he was coming out to the Foggy Dew, that was damn good. Conor's 189 walkout was insane. Let me see if I can find that on YouTube. Conor McGregor UFC 189 walkout. They had the live singer there too. They do have it. I gotta listen to this real quick. Give me 1 second. I gotta listen to this right quick. Let me listen to it real quick. This was a good walkout. If you guys haven't seen Conor McGregor's 189 walkout, it was a great moment. If you guys want the link, let me know. I'll send it to you. It was a live performance too. I remember like this was yesterday, and this was 2016, I believe. To this day, this is the best walkout I've ever seen, in my opinion. And the way he comes out, the way the UFC pans into him, he looks like a maniac with his eyes. This is wild. This is actually giving me goosebumps right now, dude. This was back when Conor was actually, like, it was sick to see Conor fight. And then he walks out, and then he turns around with his flag in his hand, points at the live performer. And they did her singing for a while before they even showed Conor. Like, I'm 1 minute 15 in. We haven't even seen Conor yet. Like, this was sick. And then I can't wait till they pan in. They just slowly fade in Conor. Yes, they're doing it right now. Dude, and then he walks up, stares in the camera. This is the greatest walkout of all time. This was sick. And then he went out there, got beat up, and then got a second round KO. Got beat up in the first round is what I meant. Dude, it was sick. This was a special moment in MMA history. This one, I forgot how good this was. And Mike Goldberg as the... Dude, this is so good. This video is 4 minutes long, but I got to watch most of it. When he comes out, it's loud as hell, too. Yup, I remembered exactly him turning around. I remember watching this live like it was yesterday. If you haven't seen this, you got to watch this. And the hype in this moment was unreal. He's fighting Chad Mendes on 1 week's notice. Joe Rogan tried to talk over it. Shut your mouth, Rogan. Stitch. Oh, times were so much simpler. Stitch was there. What a good time that was. Look how thin Conor was. Dude, Chad Mendes stepped in on 1 week's notice. It's sad the Conor McGregor era really didn't last long. Because we basically got the Chad Mendes fight, the Aldo fight, the Eddie Alvarez fight, and then basically it was done. I know the Nate Diaz fights were in there, but they weren't the same. If that makes sense. Because the Nate Diaz fight, one was on short notice, and the other one was just different. That was nuts. That was great. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Conor McGregor. Joey, can we keep going for another hour? We're about to end this stream right now. I tried to auction off another 45 minutes, but it just ain't happening. Joel Bell hit me with a $10 dono, but we still got 40 to go, and then I'm going till about 220, 225, somewhere around there. Bro literally put me to sleep. Well, then go fuck off somewhere else, dude. So excited of a panning to a grown man. Yeah, nothing I love more than quick pan to a grown man. One grown man enjoying another grown man's walkout. Who's on the broadcast? It was Rogan and Mike Goldberg. Joe, it'd be great to have a screen share set up eventually. I can easily do that on OBS, But the copyright is just unforgiving. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, YouTube's crazy these days. Yeah, I showed like a 6-second clip of the Walls of Jericho, and I got a thing the next day, a manual copyright thing. I actually became a fan because of the second Diaz fight. That's crazy. Both those Diaz fights were fun, but they just didn't have the same, in my opinion, like the same level of like history on them, if that makes sense. I loved them both. I loved the build up to both of them, but it just wasn't the same. UFC should do live singing for walkouts again. I think they said it was a logistical nightmare to get it done. They were gonna originally, when Aldo was at UFC 189, they were going to have Rihanna sing Aldo's song live. Current best walkout has to be Hamzat, maybe. UFC 229, Conor was best, honestly, maybe. I don't really remember that one at all. I really don't remember that one at all. When you live, it don't matter, especially if you don't keep up the video on command. What are you talking about? Video on demand. UFC no flag era and Venom uniforms. Only Conor can make it happen again. I don't care about that. I don't care about the uniforms. I mean, it sucks for the fighters in general. But yeah, I don't know. But they give him the smoke in the octagon. That was the only time in UFC history. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Now there's a cool picture of Conor like walking through the smoke. Anything new is logistical nightmare for Dana, Mr. White. How does boxing does live singing but MMA can't? I don't know, man. I don't know. They said they can't go to Hawaii, but Bellator keeps your main page. I'm not starting another page right now. Joey, was Conor ever your favorite fighter at some point? No, he wasn't, but I was a massive Conor fan. I'll tell you when. Conor McGregor. I was a fan when he first entered the UFC. Let's see. I was a fan of him up until somewhere around Dustin Poirier and Dennis Seaver. He started to annoy me. But I wasn't completely turned on him. But I just wasn't I was never a believer in Conor. And I think he was one of the most overrated fighters of all time. So, multiple pages equals more professional, more income. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Did Conor have hype coming into the UFC? It must have been crazy watching him on the prelims of a card. He had a little bit, but not much. It wasn't like massively hyped. He was on the prelims. So, Strickland is funny but boring to watch. I love Gaethje Poirier. Derek with the 50 bomb. Well, now I have to go. When you're live, I thrive. When I'm in Eid, you provide your seed. When you give me pleasure, it's like a treasure. Let's keep it going for another hour. Dude. What if I just ended the stream right now? How petty would that be? Just click end right on Derek's dono. I'm done, bro. Dude even threw a little poem in there. Look. That's a 3-hour stream, bro. You doing me dirty. I said I would go like another 45. Alright, so I'll go till about, damn, it's going to be a 3-hour stream. took the 50 and bounced. I hate you, Derek. But I always have fun doing these streams. I'm just kind of tired, but it doesn't matter. With all the donos we got for the past 2 days, it's been excellent. It's been excellent. So $50 for 50 minutes. We'll go close to an hour. So dude sent a little poem with it too. Just took his 50 and bounced. It would be funny to just end the stream immediately. Not even mention his dono. Just end the stream immediately. And just never acknowledge the dono ever. What's funny is I have ended streams before and then got a dono right at the end of the stream and I felt horrible about it. That's happened to me like twice. But not with a 50 bomb. Oh, Jono Pope pops into the chat. Compare Conor's hype to a current hype train right now. There's none. There's none. Joey, what other career what other career will you have other grown men write poetry in exchange for pleasure? That is very true. For now on, if you guys want to send me donos, there's got to be at least some poetry in there with a question. But I don't know. What a night. I'm being forced to use my mouth for other grown men's pleasure for only a $50 dono. $50 for an hour of pleasure with... I'm done. Habib was special. Yeah, but not in the same way. That was a great bedtime story, Derek. Much needed. My dream is to see Hamzat versus Shavkat. Agreed. Who's the fight you looking forward to most? Haven't had time to watch your prediction. The main event. Joey, can you tell a playground story? Yeah, I will. One time late at night, I called your mom up and I met her at a playground. And I gave her plenty of pleasure. So, that's my playground story. And she had sand in her for days. Biggest UFC start ever, Conor and Habib. Anderson was a pretty big star. Habib's record was patched, let's be honest. Obviously, besides Conor, Dustin, Gaethje, RDA, and Barbosa, that's about it. Why y'all meeting at the playground? That's where she enjoys it. She likes to have a little bit fun. Do you think it's a concern that McGregor versus Chandler hasn't been signed yet? Yes. And he's not being tested either. I have a feeling it may not happen at all. Guys, keep sending questions in the chat. If we're going to stay another like 50 minutes, I'm going to go pee real quick, and I'm also completely out of water. I drank all my water. So I'm going to go pee real quick, and I'll be back. While I'm gone, feel free to drop like $50 bombs left and right while I'm gone. I would greatly appreciate to come back to that. I can grab me some Brahma Bull shoes. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. I am back. Okay. And I have some more water. I'm locked and loaded with 2 more bottles of water. I love these random weeknight streams. These are my favorite. You like to get your fill of pleasure. So I'm glad you enjoy them. I'll be live tomorrow night, so I hope you guys come back tomorrow night for some more pleasure. Just Friday night pleasure. Okay, bro, we said if months ago McGregor Chandler won't happen, something's going to come up. Yeah, I have a gut feeling it's not happening. Hand me some Brahma Bull tissues. Yeah, you need some Brahma Bull tissues. Would Conor ever be double champ had Habib or Tony been the champ? No. Maybe if Tony was the champ, but I doubt it. Prime Tony. Only Conor is bigger than Habib in MMA. Maybe, I don't know. Habib kind of became what he was, and then he dipped out. Guys, okay. What's the biggest and best fight the UFC could make nowadays? For me, if I could make one fight right now, it would be Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Khamzat Chimaev. Or Sergey Pavlovich versus Juliana Pena. One or the other. Juliana Pena versus Nunes will go down as the best rivalry in the UFC, better than Conor versus Habib, Jones DC, and MMA Joe versus MMA John. Yeah, you're right, for sure. Would Conor ever... Okay, read that. She wasn't swinging on the swing. She was swinging on something else, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure. Jack, take out the steroids. Take all the steroids, guy? Okay. Will anyone ever reach the same hype as McGregor? There'll be someone. There'll be someone that'll reach that level. I don't know when it'll be. But it will be. What the hell? Okay. That's weird. Now I got these headphones in my way. Move them out of my way. Joey, I think Vince Pichel is the man to beat Islam. Yeah, I think you're right. You're totally right. Sing as a tune. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Honestly, I think the biggest fight they could do outside of Conor or John Jones' fight is Izzy versus Khamzat. Izzy versus Khamzat as well. You're right. I've mentioned that one before. I think that's over 1 million pay-per-view buys easy. Habib had a historical moment. That's all I saw. Nothing else. He hasn't even shown more pay-per-views than Izzy. We don't know the pay-per-view numbers exactly. My favorite walkout had to be Khamzat sitting on the cage waiting for Gilbert. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. She wasn't... Okay, I don't know what that is about. I can't believe we're going to go... We're going to go past 2:30 a.m. because of Derek's willingness to just throw out 50 bombs left and right. My favorite walkout had to be... Okay, I already read that. And now I got to pop open my first of my new waters. When you're just pleasuring grown men with your mouth for hours on end per night, you need lots of water, okay? You can't just abuse your throat and mouth pleasuring multiple grown men at a time and not have plenty of waters. You know? You got Israel over Khamzat. Those two encounter one another. I like the way you phrase that, but yes, I'd take Israel over Khamzat. I think Israel will be able to stuff the takedowns and be able to beat him up on the feet. It's almost like you are pissed. What are you talking about? Dana begged Habib to stay because he knew how big he was when he quit. Yeah, he did. Bro's about to exit the stream with one mouse click. Imagine my power just goes out right now. Thoughts on mythical fighters? I just think it's funny. The biggest casual fight to make is Conor versus Islam, and Habib at this corner would reach 2 million buys. Yeah, that is a massive fight. Joe, you got any confirmation stories? The Denny story made me laugh. Not off the top of my head. I'm too brain dead right now to think about that. He's going to end the stream by accident. Khabib did the biggest NR in history with Conor. I don't know what that means. I want to see Schaub versus Usman. Yeah, what are the biggest fights you would like to see made right now? What are the biggest fights you guys would like to see made right now? Everybody answer in the chat right this second. What are the fights you want to see booked right this second? I need to know. Joey might pass out live for the first time in MMA Joey history. Usman versus Shavkat. Beneil versus Islam. Colby versus Shavkat. That's a good one. Usman versus Shavkat. Usman versus Shavkat. Izzy Jan rematch at middleweight. That's a good one. Adesanya versus Tavares too. I was thinking Tony Ferguson versus Juliana Pena as well. Umar versus Merab. I was thinking Sean O'Malley, Cody Garbrandt. That'd be a barn burner. Izzy versus Hamzat for sure. Colby versus Shavkat. Love all of them. Colby versus Shavkat is so interesting to me. Pereira versus Krylov. Krylov wins that, I think. Conor versus Islam would be a big fight, but Islam will end Conor's career, to be honest. Agreed. Izzy Hill would be wicked AF. That is a good one. I definitely have to make some noise if I was ready for that. Cejudo versus Hasbulla makes sense. Jones versus 205 champ at the end of the year. Try to be champ. Jones versus Izzy would be another big one. Usman versus Chimaev. I'm sad we're never going to get that. It's super unfortunate. Prohaska versus Hill. Well, luckily that's going to be right around the corner, hopefully. Izzy versus Jiri. I think that was on my list of fights to make in 2023 that I made at the beginning of this year. I believe that was on the list. Let me go take a look real quick. Biggest fights of 2023. Let's see. Okay. First fight was Rafael Fiziev, Conor McGregor that I wanted to see. Okay, where are the pictures at? Come on, show me the pictures. I thought I had Yuri versus... I guess not. I can't find the pictures in the thing. I had Cyril Gane versus Pavlovich. I had Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera too. I had Yuri versus Jamal Hill. If I scroll through like this, I can easily find the pics. All right, let me keep going. Jamal Hill. Okay, Sean versus Cheeto 2. What was this one? I had Piotr Jan versus Henry Cejudo. Let's see what else I had on here. This is a long video. This is a 36-minute video. I had Hamzat versus Colby. I had Islam Beneil. I'm looking through a video of mine from 3 months ago. Let's see. What else did I have? Okay. It's crazy. We're going to get none of the fights I wanted. I have Islam versus Beneil. I'm trying to find the next pick. I want to find all of them. Islam versus Beneil is one that I really want to see. I had Islam versus Conor. And I had Jones versus Ngannou. What a joke. None of them are going to happen. That sucks. Mark Goddard versus Herb Dean. Fiziev versus Sarukian. I love that. Ferguson versus RDA. No. Dude, honestly, I've wanted to see Gaethje versus Conor for years now. I know. It's so annoying. I'm ready for Dustin Justin, too. Sign me up. Conor's always going to just be ducking fights. And cherry picking the most winnable matchups. Aspinall versus Sergey Jones is done, by the way, I think. Yeah, that's probably for the undisputed belt if Jones beats Stipe and then retires. If you want to join the Discord, you have to become a member of the channel. If you're a member of the channel, you get access to the members only tab. It's $3 a month to become a member. And then the Discord link is in the members only tab. So there you go. That's it. Hold on one second. But yeah, if anybody wants to become a member of the channel, link is in the description. O'Malley versus Sandman. O'Malley versus Sandman's a good one. Guida versus Ferguson at lightweight. Stop it. Joey, would Conor versus Dustin get you excited? Nah. I mean, I'm sure I would like it, but just because Conor would get smashed again. But I want to fight that I don't know who's going to win. I feel like I know who's going to win. Kopp versus Schnell. Kopp might be on the verge of getting himself cut soon. He doesn't shut his mouth. If he don't shut his mouth, dude just is opening his mouth and saying stuff way worse than anyone could imagine. O'Malley versus Sandhagen's a fight I really would love to see. Joey, did you hear about the new Brahma Bull Stadium the Holloway kid are fighting in? Stop it. Delidze versus Pereira. That's a random one. Heard anything about James Krause lately? Feel like the betting scandal had helium and died out quickly. Nah, it's under investigation. What will happen is it'll be quiet for a while, and then randomly one day all the news will break on it. All the news will break. So, yeah. We will find out sometime, hopefully this year. What do you think of Cejudo's homophobic comments? Makes me want Sterling to win even more. What did he say? I don't know what he said. Joey, I think UFC Abu Dhabi would be staked. What do you mean? Petr Yan versus Matt Schnell? That's not going to happen. That doesn't even make sense. Ngannou wanted that fight so bad. Dude, Ngannou Jones was such a big fight. Jones versus Ngannou was right there. Dana said Jones is probably thinking about going back down after Francis KO'd Stipe. What a way to no-sell it. Yeah, he was trying to delegitimize Jones because Jones was looking for a new contract at the time. Vince Pichel versus Islam. Yeah, I like that one. You think Krause going to the pokey? Probably not. But maybe. Grasso versus Shevchenko too. Stop. Stop it right now. Derek Lewis versus Mo Usman. Jeez, they're both so bad. That actually kind of makes sense. I think Mo Usman would get KO'd probably though. Or it'd just be a garbage fight like his last fight was, where he's just spamming takedowns left and right. It'd be embarrassment. Krause is definitely getting indicted. Yeah, he may go to jail. It all depends how much evidence there is. And right now it's impossible to deem. Fuhrer versus Blanchfield. I like that matchup. Is Usman Nurmagomedov underrated? Nah. A lot of people believe he's really good, so I don't believe he's underrated. Mo Usman is worse than Dricus Du Plessis. Yes. Agreed. Agreed. Gordon versus Pimlet too. Give me Pimlet versus Renato Moicano. Mo Usman should fight at 205. He walks around at 230. I don't know what he walks around at. Joey, do you feel Conor's career is overrated? Vastly overrated, for sure. We've talked about it time and time again, dude. It's massively overrated. And I wasn't a big believer in it at the time. So, yeah, the media just deep throats him. The fans deep throat him. And the career is massively overrated. And he actually hurt MMA massively. He grew it as well, but he hurt MMA as well. I always wanted to make a video on it. At one point, I was very close to making a video on it, but yeah. Patty versus Bobby Green, sign me up. How do you think Valentina closes out her retirement? Couple wins, then gloves fall? Probably. Maybe she might win her title back and then retire. I don't know. It's hard to say with these people. I don't know them on a personal level, so it's really hard to say. There's only been 4 featherweight champs. Is Conor the worst? Jose Aldo, Conor McGregor, Max Holloway, Volkanovski. Yes, Conor's the worst. Is now the time to make the Cheeto O'Malley rematch? Nope. It was after Cheeto won his last win. It was after Cheeto's win against Dominic Cruz was the time to make it. Thoughts on Merab versus Sandhagen? I would pick Merab. Dude is just relentless. How about Alexander Romanov versus John Jones? Nah, dude, I don't want to see John Jones lose his title just yet. He makes it fun. Font versus Piotr Jan. I like it. I like it. MMAI has a good video on it from a legal perspective. I feel like I've seen people sharing this around at some point. Let me go look it up. I feel like I remember it. I might have seen it. Yep, I did see that. That's a great thumbnail, too. I actually watched part of it. I watched part of that video before. Damn, he doesn't have very many videos. But his are like super long and crazy put together. Which is insanity. He got 355,000 views on that. I remember it was pretty good. From what I watched of it, it was pretty good. How did Conor ruin the sport? I mean, that's a bit of a stretch, but dude, he made it. He opened the door where people were constantly begging to fight boxers. That's what he did. He made guys realize once they got popular, they can do nothing but turn down fights and have selective matchups. There's a lot of stuff behind it. And he ruined a meritocracy. Basically, anyone who gets a little bit of popularity thinks they automatically deserve a title shot. I want Conor to beat Chandler and fight Islam in Ireland. He'll never fight in Ireland, probably. UFC did Aldo dirty, not giving him 10-year dominant reign champ a rematch against Conor. Conor didn't want it, dude. Conor never defended a belt ever. Conor never defended a belt ever. So, if Font had Vera's durability, he's a champ. Maybe. Maybe. You please give me more about Conor. Ever heard that take? I don't even know what you mean. Patchy Mix could compete with UFC top 5 bantamweight? Probably. Did you know Scott Coker was a world champion mixed martial artist and a movie star? I did not. I feel like you made that up, but okay. I'll take your word for it, you clown. Joe, what is your favorite action figure? I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't a clue. I can't believe here I am on another stream till damn near 3 a.m. Do you have any cool physical abilities like Vera with his durable skin, fast twitch, etc.? Yeah, I do. Ask your mother about him. Where do you see Charles Oliveira's career going from here? I don't know. I feel like Charles Oliveira, I don't know if it's necessarily next, but in the very near future, I feel like we're going to see a Charles Oliveira massive drop-off. Like, he may get by Beneil and get another big fight, but he's going to get chinned badly, and it's going to be the fall of Charles Oliveira. And I've always been a big believer in Charles Oliveira. But that's just the way it is. That's the way it goes. Were you a party animal back in the day? Were you putting other through tables at? No. No, I was not. Wiki Scott Coker. Okay, I'll take your word for it, dude. I don't need to wiki it. I believe you. You ever used to watch Jerry Springer as a kid? Who didn't stay home from school and watch Jerry Springer when they were home? R.I.P. Jerry Springer. Yeah, that's interesting. I rewatched the Bryce versus Taporia fight again, and those strikes were clear paths, man. What was that about? I'm missing something here. Have you ever been to a bar or club? Yeah, I have. Charles gonna go down the Tony route? I pray not. That's horrible. That's horrible. If so, that's horrible. If there was no MMA, would you have an NFL channel? NFL Joey? Probably not. I don't know. I used to be a religious MMA fan, but then I just kind of fell off. Jerry Springer in heaven. Let's bring out Dale Earnhardt. Yeah, Jerry. Let's come on. Let's get a rip Jerry Springer in the chat right now, because this chat stays up even after the fact. Like, you can go back and read this. I want to see a couple rip Jerry Springer in the chat. If all 75 people could put rip Jerry Springer in the chat, I would love it. Let's see it. There we go. There we go. I have no idea what he died from. He's close to 80, I think. Damn, all we could muster up was 3 of them. All right, 4 of them. 5 of them. 6 of them. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see what it says. News. Legendary talk show host dead at 79. I wonder was it cancer? What was it? Oh my goodness, this clown pop-up bullshit. Pancreatic cancer. His illness was sudden. Damn, that's sad. Wasn't that what Alex Trebek died from? Wasn't that Alex Trebek? R.I.P. Alex Trebek too. Let's see. When did he die? When did Alex Trebek die? Damn, Alex Trebek going on 3 years. I'll never forget when Trebek, the clip circulating around. What did he die from? Alex Trebek. Pancreatic cancer. Damn, 47,050 people will die this year from pancreatic cancer. Damn, he died at 82. You never know. Every day you wake up and you take a breath, it's a good day. It's a good day because some of these people are just dropping off. I know both of them are old, but still, man, cancer's a bitch. That's why you got to spend time doing what you love, enjoying your life, providing pleasure for others. That's crazy. R.I.P. Alex Trebek, R.I.P. Jerry Springer. You never know, man. One of us could have cancer right now, and we don't even know. He was a major part of my childhood TV times. Makes sense to me. If you stayed home from school and you didn't watch Jerry Springer, I don't know what you were doing. Remember Jerry was plugging George Lopez's mom in the show? I don't remember that. Rip Jerry, Rip Jerry. Is Never Back Down, the MMA movie, the best Amber Heard movie? I don't know. Is it just me or does Bellator still give you 1980s vibes, the setup, the commentary, the design of everything? I don't know about 1980s, but it gives me like early 2000 vibes. Rip Robert Whittaker after the Dricus Du Plessis beatdown. Joey, are you religious at all? Not really. Maybe, maybe not. But not really. Joey, have the cure to cancer or world peace? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd have to research it and decide. Where I'm from, most us die by gun, not at old age. That's sad. Rip Dale Earnhardt. Best MMA movie, I don't know. Yeah, let's get a Rip Dale Earnhardt in the chat. Let's get a Rip Dale Earnhardt. Or I'll start it off. Best MMA movies. Here comes the boom. Stop it. Here we go again. Flat Earth. Propane. Marlboro. Chewing tobacco. Earth is flat. 9/11 was an inside job. I had the flu. Tabori whipped my ass. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Daytona 500. Dale Earnhardt. This is what happens when we stay on until 3 a.m. All right. Rip Dale. Hold on, I got a good one. That was a good one, dude. If anybody didn't get a laugh out of the message I just sent in the chat, then shame on you. I like Dale, dude. What are you talking about? Rip to the pure souls that fallen before us. Yeah, rest in paradise, Dale. He was a damn good guy. He was a damn good guy. The last turn in the last lap of the race. Apparently, a piece of safety equipment that they made mandatory after that has saved a lot of lives. So basically, if he was wearing this piece of safety equipment, he would have been fine. Basically, his head smashed into the steering wheel. And because of that blunt force trauma, he passed away. Otherwise, he probably would have survived. Great to be alive another day on this flat earth to witness another Daytona 500. Agreed. The news about Bellator is for sale is true. Relit it by Sportskeeda Combat. I don't know. I wouldn't trust it until we see something really official. I can't believe people were watching this BKFC garbage. Earnhardt like the John Jones of NASCAR. Exactly. He was the GOAT. Yeah, he's just upset. I see it. Rest in paradise, Dale. Up there pulling them left-hand turns. Dude, I'm dying. I love how everyone comments on my hate videos now. With hate is such a strong word. Why not use something like dislike instead? Hilarious. I wonder who was the first person to comment that. Let me go find that real quick. While we're just chilling here. Cry me a river. Let's see if I can find it. I can't find it. I can't find it. Where's it at? I don't know which video it was on. I tried to find it, but I can't find it. My last MMA Joey comment went crazy with likes. I forgot what I even said. It started a whole little thread. I know I said cry me a river, but I can't find it. I searched it, but I couldn't find it. Hate, but now I have too many comments is such a strong... And now my keyboard just randomly stopped working. Everyone's commenting that stuff. I don't know when it was. There's one guy that comments on every video of the hate with that. Every single one. But now I can't find the one. Yeah, I can't find it. He must have deleted his comment, the original guy. I can't find it. Joe, what's the highest grade you've given for a UFC card pre-fight? Probably... I want to say it was 287. No, it was 280. It's probably 280. Let me go check what it was. I think it was 280, but let me go see what 280 garnered from me. I believe 280 got like a 9.5. It's crazy how long ago that was. Reasons I hate UFC 280. Reasons I love UFC 280. Alright, UFC 280, worth your money or not? Let's see, what grade did I give it? Boom, it was somewhere around here. Oh, here we go. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I gave it a 9 out of 10, so that's the highest probably I've given. What did I give 287? I got to do my 288 now soon. Damn, this 4K is crispy as hell. I gave 287 an 8.5. Damn, that 4K is looking good. UFC 280 was 6 months ago. I know. They don't get it. That's a harmless clickbait title. It's not clickbait, though. But you get the point. It's just more, it's more salacious. It sounds better. Hey, Joey, are there any moments you got secondhand embarrassment from, i.e. that's still my boy Paddy Pimblett joke after his fight with Jarrett? Yes. If you haven't seen it, Jessica, Evil Eye. Here we go, evil. Here we go. Dead silence. Dead silence. The Paddy one was horrible. That's still my boy. Was actually hilarious. I'm trying to think. There's been other ones. The Holly Holm one. Shout out to my friends and my family. And then there was just dead silence. There's probably other ones that I'm not thinking of. I don't know. Were you shocked when you found out Pat Sajak and Vanna White aren't married from the Wheel of Fortune? No. But that is funny. I probably might have thought that as a kid. I don't know. You know what? I used to think trash men only worked 1 day a week. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a trash man. Because I'm like, oh, they only work 1 day a week and they get paid good? But then I realized when I grew up, nah, they're picking up trash in different neighborhoods every day of the week. Which is just hilarious. I remember being shocked. I was like, what? Nobody told me this? That's a tough job. I couldn't imagine doing that. It is clickbait, low-key. No, it's not. No, it's not. I physically hate that Bilal Muhammad and Gilbert Burns is on short notice. I hate that Bryce Mitchell's about to get another shellacking. Okay? So it's not clickbait. I deliver on what I promise in the thumbnail and title. I remember being so hyped. Yeah, that's the most hyped I've been since I started the channel, probably. In terms of pre-fight. In terms of pre-fight enjoyment. Reasons I hate and like is kind of like a thematic release. It's reasons I hate and love. But yeah, I release them for every pay-per-view. If you don't like them, don't watch them. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying anyone that doesn't like them. Big pleasures promised every time. A refless bare-knuckle fight of TKZ versus Joe Romero. No. Why is MMA Guru trying to blame Izzy and Kamaru about how they feel about Dricus Du Plessis? I have no idea. I haven't seen that. I just rewatched Here We Go Evil. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, I posted it on my Instagram, but you have to kind of find it. But it's on my Instagram. If you want to see the specific clip I'm talking about, I posted it. It's not that far back, but it's bad. It's really bad. You have to go back until... Where's it at? Oh, here it is. You have to go back to June 30th of last year. I posted the clip of Evil Eye. It was right around... it was right around... Faziv Dos Anjos. It was right around when I posted a picture of Charles versus Islam. I would have cried Brahma Bull tears if I was Jessica. I agreed. No one cares about MMA Guru. He's just a creator, create content for hater, and it works for him. I peeped his game like 2+ years ago. Okay. Good movie reference regarding a garbage pickup scene. And that's Commando. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. If Aljo wins versus Henry Cejudo via doctor stoppage, I'm officially done with the UFC. Me too. Just watched Here We Go Evil. Almost ended it all. It was so cringy. That's probably the most cringe moment in MMA history. That's probably the most cringe moment in UFC history. I can't imagine. Do you see Merab becoming champ if Aljo moves up? I'm going to say yes. But don't hold me to that. I might change my mind. But probably, yeah. Because I would have been on the Piotr Jan train, but unfortunately, no siree. That's not happening. That's unfortunately not happening. Because Merab just beat Piotr Jan. Which is super unfortunate. That's crazy. This is what's going on. Okay. I just watched the Jessica Evil Eye moment. Goodness gracious. Who had never seen that before? Is that the first time you've seen it? Oh my God, it was so bad. It's like, hey everybody, let's get a chant going. Here we go, Evil. Here we go. Insert cricket noises. Here we go, Evil. Here we go. Insert cricket noises. Oh, that shit was bad. That shit hurt my soul. That shit really hurt my soul. It was the most awkward moment I've ever seen. If Cejudo blew a bubble crying in his return walkout, would you still pick him? What? Unintentionally hilarious ones at the press conference. Those compilation videos are fire, Joey. When Joey not live. Okay. Wow, that's lame. What's lame? I cringed when Robbie was getting interviewed for the Tyron Woodley and Rob said I was going to take his neck. And then the guy said, then what were you going to take? Then Robbie said, take his soul, cornball. Nah, I didn't think that was that cornball. He was talking about Conor. He was talking about Conor. He was saying he lucky he fought Nate Diaz because I would have took his soul. I would have took his neck. I thought it was actually a savage moment at the time. Maybe it's cringy now, but it was savage. Do you remember Alex Olivier brutally crying before his fight with Nico Price? No. No, I do not. Okay, read that. I've never seen that video. I'm glad I haven't. Yeah. Brady gonna one-arm Gilly JDM. You won't believe it till you see it. Yeah, I won't. I will not believe it till I see it. That's craziness. Let me just search something out of pure curiosity. I'm always curious to like what's live at this time of night. There's like so many random ass streams. What the hell is this? I don't even know what this is. If Suda was brutally crying, would you still trust him to win? I don't know. I have no idea. All right, guys. We've almost hit the point. All right? We've almost hit the point. We're going to go for like 10 more minutes. And then I'm going to sleep. You guys abused me. I'll be live tomorrow night, though. So you guys can abuse me again tomorrow. I still am trying to figure out what John O is talking about. You just been throwing out the randomest messages. Wow, that's lame. Good movie reference regarding a garbage pickup scene. And that's Commando. MVP got 2 on my list. Craziest MMA injuries you've seen. MVP with the knee to the head. Anderson Silva leg break. Canel's combat be live with 1 viewer. What's that? I feel like we've went to that one before. What is that? Oh my god, I didn't even copy it. I'm an idiot. YouTube. Yeah, I feel like there's not a lot of MMA live streaming going on. To be honest. I don't feel like there's a lot of MMA live streaming going on. I feel like a lot of people are like worried about live streaming because they're scared like their knowledge won't hold up under questioning. In my opinion. This is nuts. I got something for you to eat and it don't taste good. Yeah, that was bad. I believe the most disgraceful crowd was Brazil when Glover retired to empty seats. That was sad. The last stream you guys sent this to, that guy's a fighter. I don't even remember. Wait, Joey, before you go, here we go, evil. Here we go. Yeah. Corey's line was fire. Jesse on fire. Don't have crazy MMA conspiracy. I showed that to a girl. She was terrified. What are we talking about? I don't even know. Joey, if you're really a fan, name 3 unranked flyweights. That's a good question. Ask me tomorrow. Ask me tomorrow. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think right now. Who were unranked flyweights? Because everyone that's coming to my mind immediately is ranked. I don't know. I'm sure I can come up with the names. I just can't. It's 3 o'clock in the morning right now. Damn near 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to think of a couple unranked flyweights. Let me take a look. Unranked flyweights. That was one that should have came to me. Toshiro Taira, Tagir Ulanbekov, Tyson Nam, O'Day Osborne, Charles Johnson. Boom. Jeff Molina, Tim Elliott, Muhammad Makayev. Or is he ranked at this point? Muhammad Makayev might be ranked. I don't know. He is ranked number 12. So was Tagir Ulanbekov. Name 5 unranked featherweights. 5 unranked featherweights. Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall is one of them. I'm thinking. This one actually should be easy. But my brain, my thought process is horrible right now. Why is Ryan Hall the only one that's coming to my mind right now? Let me think. Let me actually look at the rankings so I know who is ranked. I'm not looking at who's on. I mean, you can't on the UFC's website. Ryan Hall. Alex Caceres is ranked. Julian Erosa. Ryan Hall, Julian Erosa. Who did Edson Barboza just fought? I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. I cannot remember his name. I can picture his face, but I can't remember his name. Damon Jackson. So Ryan Hall. Julian Erosa. Damon Jackson. I can't remember the guy's name with the black hair that has horrible striking and that got brutally flying knee KO'd. Akeem Dawodu, but I saw it in the chat. And Billy Q. Thank you. Billy Q. Billy Q. If you guys asked me this question when I wasn't up all day and up late last night and up late tonight, I would have been able to give you a better go at it. Makwan Amirkhani. Jack Shore, because he's technically a featherweight now. Now, Joey, I want you to name 10 unranked women's MMA fighters from any weight class, level, and possible. Yeah. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. We did basically the extra hour. I appreciate you guys for joining me tonight. Don't forget to like the stream on your way out. And, yeah. Thanks, guys. Hold on. Which UFC fighter would you have made up for your Wax Museum for free standing size in your office? I'd say no thank you to the museum. Yeah. I would get Joe Martinez. I think Joe Martinez would be the Wax Museum. So, that's what I would get. Joe Martinez, full-size Wax Museum. I'd get a speaker. I'd make them put a speaker inside him, pause. And I could push a little button, like right here next to my desk. And it would be like, make some noise if you are ready. 4 unranked women's featherweights. The division doesn't exist. So everyone's unranked. Trick question, huh? Trick question, huh? Everyone's unranked because there isn't a division rankings. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow night, aka Friday night, aka in like 15 hours, 16, 17 hours. Somewhere around like 9, 10 o'clock maybe. Friday night, I will be back. Maybe 11. So, appreciate you guys watching. 2 hours and 45 minutes of sheer pleasure. If anybody's watching this after the fact, I'm not talking about you guys who are watching live. But if anybody watches this all the way to the end after the fact, comment down below, somebody call the fire department. Okay? That's what I want you to comment down below. Not you guys who are watching live. Someone who's watching when this is not live. Comment that down below so I know you watched it all the way to the end. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support. Like the stream on your way out. Subscribe to the channel on your way out. And good night. And I'll talk to you guys Friday night, aka tonight. Bye.